Welcome to Race Talk Live with Matt and Willie. What's going on, Matt?
Not much you.
Oh, busy, busy, busy. Uh,
Championship week.
Championship preview. Got gonna crown 3 champions by the time Sunday hits. Gonna crown one Friday. Gonna crown one Saturday. Gonna crown one Sunday. Um, Out of all the championship fours, do you see any surprises in there?
Um, Zane Smith, I'd say, was a surprise for me to get through to the truck. I wasn't expecting him to win that truck race and get in. That was
Yeah,
a bit of a. I was surprised to see that one.
yeah.
So
I'd say that one. Um, Me, I mean, I think still you've got to put. I think Daniel Hemrick is still a surprise in Xfinity, even though he's in a Gibbs car. I think
yeah,
he's still a surprise. So
yeah, and
uh,
he is going to be carrying that underdog monkey into his. He's been carrying that underdog title into that race. There's no
yeah,
doubt about it.
yeah. All right, coming up on the show today, man, a lot to get to. Martinsville, Martinsville, Martinsville. That's all I got to say. Drama in all 3 series, from the trucks to the Xfinity to the Cup. You know, we're going to get all the Denny Hamlin comments. Lord have mercy, bless his soul. I've probably been praying for him a lot. So, you'll get our championship picks towards the end of the show. Um, and kind of preview what we're going to do next year. So we got a lot we're going to do next year. I think it's going to be fun. So we've got 2 shows left. So here we go. Martinsville recap. Well, we'll start with the truck series. That race was entertaining
Yeah.
all the way through. John Hunter probably was the surprise. I don't know what he did with Austin Self, but I got a clip. We'll see here. Austin Self turns him pretty good, but here's it is. If y'all didn't get to see it.
And a caution is
coming
out.
into this race, Zane Smith, yes, and I'll continue that. John Hunter in the wall, Vince.
Wow.
Oh boy.
We talked about with John.
Oof.
So trying to make the pass and then clipped by Austin Self in the 22.
I mean, John Hunter went super low on the back straightaway. I mean, that was like 4. That's a bold move for somebody that's not up front a lot.
Wow.
That one, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see how NASCAR didn't step in after that one. That was surely it was intentional.
It was intentional.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you for sure it was intentional.
It was intentional because Austin Wayne himself come out and said that he didn't know who it was that did that. He didn't know. And then he cut his interview short and said he had to get to a dirt race. So
he went into depth on Claire B's show before the Xfinity race. The dialed in there. I was listening because I was working outside in the garage, and he went into a little more in depth. And he was like, "I don't care who it is, but you know what? You can't come that low, and I'm just going to hold my line, and I don't care who you are." Oh yeah, it was so. The drivers have been complaining more and more and more, and especially in the truck series, about the lack of respect for each other.
Well, that's where the race, out of all 3 races, that is where racing happens right there.
Yeah.
That's where probably your most competitive bumper to bumper racing goes, even a mile and a half. Any type of racetrack, it's there. I don't know what they're talking about,
but it was bad. Willie, it was the interview. He was so arrogant, so, like it was just like, well, I don't care who it is. If they're going to race me like that, I'm going to wreck them. And it's like, dude,
if he's intentionally said he wrecked him, then why? That's my thing. Why did he not get penalized? I understand that, you want to let drivers be drivers.
Careful. He was very careful with his wording. He basically said, I'm going to hold my line.
Right. Well, here's the end of the race, and I could say I didn't get to watch this race live, but I was seeing clips. We was at the racetrack in Nashville, so I saw a clip, and that end of the race was wild. Here, I got a clip, the little bit of the last race. It ain't very long.
Both of them and get the lead.
Zane Smith, it's 3 wide as they come to the line. The white flag is out. Gilliland spins.
They took the white.
And the caution is out.
Wait, did they take? Is that it? Did Zane get it? Because they took the white.
Smith is the winner.
How do you end the race like that? That's my question. Yeah, I mean, I understand rules are rules, but how do you end like that?
They showed, you didn't see it on TV, but they showed the aftermath of what happened with the 38.
Oh, Gilliland got he got rocked.
Oh, there was some hard hits, and they had to throw the caution. They had to throw the caution because
I watched a clip, and I showed a friend of mine. I said, that's probably one of the hardest hits in the driver's side door that I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, yeah, it was a
very long time, because whoever hit him square.
Yeah.
Didn't hit him at an angle. He hit him square in the driver's door.
Yeah.
And stuff. I mean, the Martinsville is not very wide at all.
No.
Yeah, I had tickets to go that race. I'm still mad about that little trip. Legion, if you listening, I'm still mad at you for canceling my flight. But yeah, that was probably I went back and watched that race. That was a pretty bad race. So
yeah.
Xfinity race, I ain't got no clips for it. Didn't really get excited until the last half of it. We watched the last 70 laps in the hotel Saturday night, and all I've got to say with Noah Gragson, you got a gift. He got a gift.
This is simple. He went into that race and he basically said, I will not be denied.
Yeah. He posted a pictures with a snowplow and said, if you're in my way, you're getting plowed. Basically what he was getting at.
He went in there and he did exactly what he said he was going to do. I mean, when he lost the lead to Hemrick, and I thought, Hemrick's going to end up getting, I thought Hemrick had this one, right? And then the caution come out, and I was like, well, he must have burned his stuff up or whatever. And then he passed Hemrick on the outside. I couldn't believe it. Nobody had made a pass all day on the outside. Here goes Greg.
Well, the outside to me, I mean, if I'm out there, I'm going to have confidence on the outside. One of the reasons why is you can pinch that guy down where he can't get pointed off.
Yeah.
Right? So that guy on the bottom has to be later on the gas than you. If not, that car is going to push coming off and going to get into you.
But you got to roll. But you got to roll the outside. That's the biggest problem.
That's a momentum.
You got to roll it.
Yep.
And he did it. And it was like once he got out front, I was like, nope, that's it. He got her now.
So Jerry said he thinks that Noah's probably going to win a championship. I don't doubt that. And you'll get my pick later on. I don't doubt that because he's going to get a lot of secrets from Justin Allgaier. Yeah. But also Justin Allgaier's got something to prove. He might not win the championship, but I'm still going to win the last race, right? He wants to go out and play spoiler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was talk about, Cindric could have wrecked Gragson on the last lap. He could have.
He could have. He could have.
He could have. And you know what? I think they made the right choice because at the end of the day, if I'm going to have to either race Noah Gragson or Justin Allgaier at Phoenix for the championship, I'm picking Gragson over Allgaier any day.
That's got to be in the back of his mind. Okay, if I let him win, he gets in. If he does not get in, there's still a JRM car still making the show.
Yeah.
And it's one that's deadly,
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that was a bit of a strategic move. But like I said, even if Cindric would have moved him, I don't think he would have been denied. And Phoenix for the 22 probably would have been, I just about could have said you could have put the writing on the wall. He wasn't going to win the championship.
No. And I was telling the guys at the hotel, like, look, if Cindric would have got in him and he would have won that race, there's no way that 22 was going to win. No way. So it is what it is. Graz Noah, probably a well-earned win because he was not going to be denied. Now we're going to get to the race that probably had the most drama-fed race of the weekend. Drama-fed.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't go, and you had a ticket.
I had a ticket. Yes, I had a ticket, and I didn't go. I hate that I didn't go, but man, I had so much fun in Nashville Sunday. That was probably the neatest experience that I've did. You know, that that race holds so much prestigious.
No,
Now I
I
didn't get
know.
to watch the 300 or the 100 lapper. But I was helping a guy. I spotted for him street stock. So as soon as my race was over with, I told my wife, I said, if I don't go to Martinsville, I'm taking little man trick or treating. And I held up my bargain. As soon as I got done, I told her I wasn't gonna make trick or treating at like 9 o'clock that morning. I said, hey, well, I'm not gonna make it. As soon as I got done spotting, I jetted across the track. They still celebrating Victory Lane, and I was getting in the car and headed back home. Don't regret that 1 minute. That's trick or treating to me. It's when they're at that age, that's probably one moment you do not want to miss.
Yeah.
Because you don't get them moments very often.
Nope.
So I did listen to the race on way home. It's pretty good.
The crappy part is you probably had a ticket to probably the best race of the year.
Absolutely. 100%.
Just to rub it in a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. I tried to sell it. If you don't post it on StubHub or Ticketmaster, you're not really going to sell it because nobody wants to give you money through a private lender. If it's not attached to something. So I don't blame people. What I should have done, and I was stupid not to do it, and we'll do it next year if I do it like that. I'm just going to give it away. Somebody wants to go, here's your free ticket. Just don't rub it in when you go. It was excellent ticket. It was an excellent ticket. Turn 4, aisle seat. Excellent seat. So we're gonna get to this race. Enough of the sob stories and stuff. So
oh no, we ain't even got into the sob story.
No, we ain't got into the story. Where do you want to start? I mean, we'll start with the start and park teams, right? So I reckon Josh Blicky got loose underneath Quinn Half, and Quinn Half thought it was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
So here's this clip if people didn't see that one.
Caution.
And there's going to be another one.
Happened a few laps ago.
Oh, Bilicki got loose into the corner. They got some issues with that car since he crashed, and he lost the back end getting in the corner. Takes the 00 up the racetrack, and the 00 obviously frustrated. And under caution, shows his frustration to Bilicki. Bilicki with all that damage. The track bar, everything's all bent and moved around on that rear clip, and that car's not going to drive the way it is.
The big thing you need to notice with that is you do nothing around a safety truck. Nothing.
Nope, you do not. Nope.
And they emphasize that down there at Nashville. On the receiver. Whenever a safety truck comes out, you better reduce your speed immediately.
Yep.
And by God, they held him for 5 laps. You remember who else got a 5-lap penalty? I don't know if it was Martinsville, but he got a 5-lap penalty for intentionally wrecking.
Well, I remember Earnhardt got a 3-lap penalty for intentionally wrecking.
No, it was 5 laps.
Oh, was it 5? I thought it was 3.
Yes, when he wrecked Bodine. It's when him and Bodine was having their.
Yeah,
I was.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I was born yet. I don't think I was. It was in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was
late
it 90s?
80s. Yep. Late 80s.
Yes. I wasn't even born, but I went back and watched that race. It was, but he got a 5-lap penalty over it and stuff. So that one happened, and then this happened. Pretty, I didn't get the Chase Elliott spin when who was it Brad Case money? Yeah, Brad Case.
Brad Case won him.
Okay. Elliott admitted he was racing aggressive because he knew he was locked in. I don't blame you 100%.
No.
You're going for a grandfather clock. So go get you a grandfather clock if you're racing aggressive. So 85, 86.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, Marty. That sounds about right. Yep.
So them two, they've got history too, Chase and Brad. So that was pretty interesting. But here's the clip that probably is going to be played at every Martinsville race for the next 5 years.
That point will put Martin Truex Jr. back inside the championship 4.
Now Truex has to hold the 1 off and the 43 off, the 1 back to his rear bumper as the 48 continues to try to take the lead from the 11. Oh! The 11 around!
The 11 goes around, and the caution will come out. A restart.
Down into turn 3. That 48 gets loose into the corner. You can see the back.
Now we can see. I mean, he got loose.
Oh, he got loose. It's the same thing as Brad K. He got loose, same thing. That's what happened to Chase, right? Brad got loose in the inside of him, and
one thing I noticed in Xfinity race when we was back at the hotel Saturday night is, man, so many the wheel hopping are coming back, right? I mean, I think Ty Gibbs season. I mean, he wheel hopped it 3 times the last 20, 30 laps.
Something
you
like
know.
That. Oh yeah.
I mean, that is just crazy. I mean, we saw it back in the day when, but I mean, goodness gracious, it just, that one, I don't know if it spun the car he went up for, but that one wheel hop was just, I mean, it was vicious. And on Ty Gibbs' car, it was vicious. I mean, you could just see, him wheel hopping. So, but of course, the little post, what's your opinion on the whole post race? I mean, would you go up there and try to, show your displeasure, or, I don't know if I'd handle it that way, but he went up there and
it's not appropriate to me to interfere with that portion of it. If you want to talk to the guy or whatever, you know what? Let him get his victory interview and all that other kind of stuff done, and then you know what? You got to talk to him after that. Fine, have your talk. Now,
I've heard so many different views on that. I've heard
I've said it 100 times. If you guys want to talk about it, A, don't use the cars, and B, no third parties in there.
Right.
Boys want to talk about it, let the boys talk about it.
Put a boxing rig in the middle of the infield and let them go at it.
Exactly. Let the boys talk about it. Don't need no friggin' pit crew guys getting in there. You got to remember, these pit crew guys now are big, huge football players now. I mean, you know what? Those guys start swinging punches, and somebody's definitely going to get hurt.
I've heard all kinds of, people on the radio stuff. If you wreck a guy for the win, you shouldn't do a victory burnout. You should go straight to victory lane, apologize why you did it and stuff and all that. No, look. Listen,
you know what?
If you go out there and intentionally wreck a guy, I can see it, but that ain't intentionally wrecking.
I agree with that sentiment up until what Hamlin did. I would have been like, you know what? Maybe I got into him. Sorry. You know what? It wasn't great. I know I wrecked him, and you know what? I got loose underneath him and everything like that. However, how Hamlin reacted afterwards with that little whatever slide, and I don't know what the hell he was thinking. As soon as he did that, I would have been like, too bad. So sad. You lost. And his post-race interview didn't do him any favors either.
No, I'll show it here in a minute.
Oh no, because he's.
I agree.
All week.
I agree. Put a ring right there in the middle, and if guys want to go at it, sign a waiver, put them in the middle, and be done with it, and then get the fans what they want to see. I mean, they don't get to see pit road very much, so
no.
No,
I said,
put your money where your mouth is on that. I mean,
it's
just a lot of
bad
bickering
for Denny a little bit because of what happened. I mean, you know what? They were racing hard. Bowman got loose underneath.
Wait a second. Hold up.
I lost all that sympathy after his interview at the racetrack. I lost every last bit of it. And it was like, and what he said, I was like, can we go back to 2017, please? Martinsville's fall race?
Yes.
Elliott has the lead, but Hamlin looks to the inside. Elliott diving, trying to block. Down the back stretch again. Less than 3 to go. The bumper to the back of the 24. Elliott goes around Hamlin.
Now look, you did not get loose That was a pure wreck. And Hamlin had the nerve to say after the interview, after that one, I was getting pushed. There wasn't nobody 3 cars back. So I don't want to hear it. But here his post-race interview after the car. No chance to cool down. He got out. The cameras rushed to him. Here it is.
Down there. He's just a hack. He's just an absolute hack. He gets his ass kicked by his teammates every week. It's just, he's fucking terrible. He's just terrible, and he sees one opportunity and he takes it. But obviously, he's got the fastest car every week and he runs 10th. So he didn't want to race us there. We had a good clean race. I moved up as high as I could on the racetrack to give him all the room I could, and he still can't drive.
He's a hack. He can't drive.
Like I said, that's where I lost it, because it was like, listen, if he's a hack, 2017 proves that you're a jerk.
Yeah. How can a hack have 4 wins to his 2? And if he's the fastest car,
have something to say about that?
Huh?
Somebody had something to say about the fact that somebody has 4 wins to his 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interviewed old Rick Hendrick. Listen to this.
I describe a hack. I don't know what a hack is, but he's won 4 races this year. Denny's won 2, and I think Denny just lost it Sunday, and Alex races everybody clean. He's a good soldier. The sponsors love him. The crowd loves him. I think when you're in the middle of a disappointment and you're frustrated and mad, you might say things that you wouldn't say normally. So, but if he's a hack, I'd like to have more of them.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
Oh God!
That guy right there is not very vocal, and that right there is priceless.
Oh God! Sorry, guys. Michael just sent us a private message in our messenger, and I just.
Well, all I can say is
classic. Man, sorry, man.
So Denny was not done. Denny was far from done. All right.
Oh yeah.
So you would think somebody in his ear, a PR guy, was like, "Denny, stop! You're really just ruining us. Stop!" But no, they didn't. Here's his press conference interview.
You've had a lot of success here. You didn't do anything wrong today, I don't think. Are you surprised at the fan reaction to you? I mean, how you're getting booed right now?
It's just Chase Elliott fans, man. They're just they don't think straightly.
All right, Dustin, go ahead.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. A couple things. One, does that bother you?
No, not at all. They're gonna boo the shit out of me next week. I can tell you that.
All right, go ahead.
Michael Massey with Front Stretch. Chase, I don't know if you heard what Denny said when he was in here or not, but he said the people booing him were Chase fans and that they don't think straightly, to quote him. How does a comment like that make you feel that he kind of took a shot at your fan base?
I'm going to lose so much sleep tonight. Like, I might not sleep at all. That's how concerned I am.
All right, we're going to go.
My fans don't care either, by the way.
Clearly.
When you got your own teammates laughing, you've done enough. I mean, you have done enough.
Oh, but this hasn't ended, though. Oh, this hasn't ended. Alex Bowman's making a killing off of some shirts that he just released here on Monday.
And Bob Procris had the nerve to ask Denny, "Did you buy one?" Denny's response was, "If I can give guys originality because they lack originality, I'm glad they're making money."
Well, it ain't. This ain't over. We had a nice picture of the top rail of Alex Bowman's car getting that new win sticker, and interesting. There's a new name above the door.
Hack Bowman.
Hack Bowman.
I can tell you right now, this is probably the most blown proportion. I thought Harvick and Chase was bad. This right here.
Harvick and Chase for last week, man.
I would not want to go into Phoenix, and this is what all people's talking about. Like preparing for a championship. This takes me back to when Tony was trying to get in Carl's head. Back in what 09 or 2010 or 12, whatever it was, he was trying to get in his head. He's like,
Tony didn't have to get into Denny's head. Jimmy didn't have to get in Denny's head in 2010.
Then he gets in his own head.
And it's, you know what? I hate to say it, but this is absolutely screaming 2010 championship all over again for Denny Hamlin. Because this is the same crap that was going on in 2010. And look what happened. What were they? 20 laps into the race at Homestead, and he spun out.
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely.
This is what NASCAR misses the most is rivalries. You don't have enough. That's why you're losing fans every week. You're losing fans. This right here, watch and see if NASCAR don't have the most viewership all year. This race right here. I think they're going to have the most viewership this race. That got the most attention, but Brad K turning Kyle at the end of the race was funny. And I had a clip of Kyle's interview, but I couldn't find one with the bleep word. But they're making him go through sensitivity training for the word he said. I kind of get why they do it, but if you're going to do it for that. That's just, people, that's your raw emotion. You just got to know how to handle your raw emotion.
Well, they've been consistent, though. When that word's been used, it's been consistent because Haley Deegan did it at the beginning of this season and had to go through sensitivity training for that exact same word. So right. I like the fact that NASCAR is being consistent about it.
Don't know why he did.
Not sure that Kyle Busch getting sensitivity training is going to do a whole heck of a lot.
No. But Kyle does not realize why Brad did that. What Brad's attention was.
Yeah.
Kyle, if Brad finishes second, Bowman disqualified, guess who wins the race and makes the championship board? Brad Keselowski. Brad is not a dummy.
No.
And the clips I saw, Kyle Busch wrecked himself. Kyle Busch went across Brad Keselowski's nose at the very last second on the cool-down lap and wrecked himself.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is what it is. It's just, yeah. You know what? I get why he's mad. I understand it, but you know what? That's the thing, though. That's why the media and that's why the TV loves to get the microphones in those guys' faces as soon as they get out of the car, because they have not had a chance to think about it, reflect on it, and say,
Well, my opinion is there used to be a 10-second delay, so you had a chance to bleep out a bunch of words. But I'm going to tell you something. Hamlin and Kyle Busch probably going to pay a lot of fines this week.
Hamlin's not getting fined. They already said that, so.
He said the F word on TV.
Yeah,
how's he not getting fined?
They're not fining him. They already said that they're not fining him.
They fined a radio broadcaster in Tennessee like $10,000 for saying hell.
Yeah, no, they're not fining him. They're not fining. The only thing that Kyle Busch is getting is the
sensitivity.
Yeah, just the sensitivity training.
So the broadcast is basically picking up the tab then.
I guess
because
so.
They got to get fined for that. But
oh yeah. Well. Anyway.
Yeah. So that brings us down, and we're moving through this show pretty quick, but that's fine. I got a steak waiting on me. So that brings us down. Yeah. So that brings us down to the picks for the Final Four. Okay. We're gonna start with the start with the Truck Series. You got Ben Rhodes, Zane Smith, John Hunter, and who was the last one? Who was the last one? It's bad when you
Crafton.
don't. Is it Crafton?
Should be Crafton. Yep.
He just snuck in there then. All right. Yeah. It's Crafton because Christian Eckes and Tate Fogelman didn't make it in
Yeah,
for
it
their
was
thing.
Crafton. Yeah.
All right. So we got.
Well, unless he shoots himself in the foot, it's going to be John Hunter Nemechek.
I think you're right, but I'm going with surprise Ben Rhodes. Got to go with the Kentucky boy. Thank Ben Rhodes. He's always been strong there, and stuff. So,
Yeah, I you know what? I really believe John Hunter is gonna.
I think that's the only race that we might see a different winner than the champion. I think their winner will not be a champion, the actual champion.
That could be.
So we got the Xfinity Series. You got AJ, Cindric, Hemrick.
When it comes to the Truck Series, one thing about it is that I think it's going to be John Hunter. Now, if Sheldon Creed would have made it in, this would have been hands down.
You think Sheldon Creed is already looking forward to next year's Wiley?
No, you know what? He just ended up. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time at that wreck. That one coming off a 2 on that one lap where he got in the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still think. Yeah.
So anyway.
I'm with Marty on that one. I think the Kentucky boy gets it done. I think Ben Rhodes gets it done. I think Thor's going to give him and Crafton a good truck. The one thing I don't like about John Hunter is he's feeling like trouble. Like he's feeling, you know what I mean? He's getting.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like he's getting wound up over different stuff every week.
Yeah, I get that.
He ain't had a good playoff. He's not had a good playoff at all. Started with Talladega, or second to last race Talladega. He, that lingered around. So
they haven't had a good playoff, but
so Jerry Klein's got Zane Smith. That ain't a bad pick. I just don't know. And then we got everybody right. I mean,
yeah.
I'm picking Rhodes. You're picking Hunter. Jerry Klein's picking Smith, and Michael Redding's picking Crafton. So somebody is picking. It's going to be wide open.
Yeah.
Right. There's not going to be, so it's pretty cool. I like that. Xfinity. So you got Allmendinger, Hemrick, Cindric, and Gregson. 4 guys.
I know this is probably going to be an interesting pick from me. But I look at it, and I know that Cindric's probably out of the 4 of them the favorite.
Oh, absolutely.
But you know what? I'm going back to Bristol race at Xfinity this year. Because everybody said that Cindric was going to wipe the floor with everybody in that race. And here come AJ and won that race. And you know what? I think AJ Allmendinger is going to win that race on Sunday or Saturday.
Wow.
I think it's going to be dang.
That's an interesting pick. I'm gonna have to go with Noah. Only reason because I still think he's gonna have Justin Allgaier in his corner, and I think JRM will set them cars identically to fit the driving styles for the driver, but they'll still be close enough. There's something about the Chevrolets that are clicking right now in all 3 series.
Mm-hmm.
They've hit on something. So I think Noah is going to get it done. Cindric's going to be close.
Well, Redding doesn't like our picks, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Noah's going to surprise people. Noah's going to surprise people. I don't think Cindric will do it. don't think Cindric will be up front, but I don't think he wins it. You know,
I to me, Allmendinger and Gregson are hungrier.
Right. Yep.
You know.
So now we move.
And Hemrick, I see Jerry's picking Hemrick.
That's a surprise pick. How can you pick somebody that ain't got to win? It's hard to pick them. That's hard to pick a guy that has not a win. That's it's hard to pick them. That's hard to pick them.
I get the feeling it's going to be Dinger. I really do.
Dinger ain't a bad pick. I just don't know
everything that man's been through in NASCAR and what he ended up doing to himself when he had a Penske ride. And look what he's done this year. It's been impressive.
Yeah,
it's been very impressive.
You're right. All right, Cup Series. So you've got Martin Truex prize, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin.
See, the Cup Series to me is going to be the hardest pick because I look at the 4 guys that are in there. Now, Truex had one smoking car at Phoenix in the spring and kicked everybody's rear ends and won that race, if I remember right.
Did he win that race?
I think he won this spring. I can't remember, but Truex is really good there. Chase last year, man, he had a car last year. It was, that was unbelievable. And
Truex won it.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I have to go with Kyle Larson. And there is the reason I'm saying it's going to probably be Kyle Larson is because as soon as they won Kansas, or no, Texas was the first race in the round of 8, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They didn't care about Kansas. They didn't give a rat's rear end about Martinsville.
No.
Every egg in the Hendrick Motorsports basket went into that Phoenix car for the 5. And that's going to be a piece. And I you know what? Larson's won on so many different tracks this year. Everybody says, well, he's not that good here. He's not that good there. I'm like, dude, he's been good everywhere this year.
Here, give me a stat, though. Let me give you a stat. Larson back in the spring led only 1 lap.
I know.
1 lap. 1 lap. All right, you got Truex lead 64, Logano lead 143, Hamlin 33, Brad 19, Blaney 35, 12 laps to Corey LaJoie. That's probably through a pit cycle.
I strongly think I really think it's going to be Kyle Larson.
Here's my thing. It's going to be a Hendrick driver, but it's not going to be Larson. I think Chase will bring that car. Probably not the same car, but it'll be the same setup that they can. One thing, it ain't going to be qualifying. There's one thing everybody needs to watch, and that is Sunday morning. When they roll them things through tech, and you have that one of the championship 4 is going to fail tech twice. If they fail tech twice, you better watch it.
But I don't remember this time, though, because they're doing practice and qualifying. So I do not.
Is it an impound race?
I don't know. I believe
Chase failed last year twice ahead of starting the back and then got to the front.
It probably is impound. If I suspected, they're probably going to tech them before qualifying, and it's going to be impound.
Impound has got crazy. Even down Nashville at the Super Lake models. I had a cousin working for Cody Coughlin, and he only could do tires a certain time, and they release these tires at this time and release these tires at this time. They're like it's crazy, But no, they had to look at they had to do the tires at the tire barn. It's it's crazy. It is crazy.
But Willie, that's where I think Larson's got the advantage because they're doing practice and qualifying. And the whole thing is that if you give these guys time to start dialing those things in,
What is it? A 50-minute practice, maybe?
Yeah, 50-minute practice, but then you got qualifying and then it's race. So it ain't. You know what? The one thing that I like about this, at least this time, is that we're not guaranteed the championship 4. I'll start 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I don't think you'll. I don't think you'll see championship 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you'll have probably Harvick will be good there. I think you'll have Logano up there. I think you'll have Blaney up there. It's going to be a mixture. I just, I get people cheat. I mean, I get people. I'm gonna tell you something. They spent 45 minutes in the tech line on the street stock. So yeah, we know.
So I'm going Larson. You're going Elliott. So now you're on John Fowler's shit list.
Yeah. 100% agree. So let's go the 5, the 11, and the 19, but the 9. Well, sorry, buddy. This cat here picked the 9. So I'm sorry. I think Chase Elliott's going to go back to back. I mean, something about Georgia right now. Probably Georgia Bulldogs are going to win the national championship football. Atlanta Braves just won the World Series. Why not a Georgia guy win the championship for the Cup Series? Hey, all 4. Only thing that's not going to happen is Atlanta Falcons is not going to win the NFL. That's all. The only thing they ain't got going for them. I think I'm making somebody mad, but oh well. Yeah, clown pick. Come on, guys. I mean, how many laps did he actually lead last year?
Ooh, clown pick. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, how many?
Do we have to bring the clown back next week?
I would love that. I would love that. Man, I would love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something.
Denny's
Let's
in his
throw
head,
back.
so I don't think he ain't going to run up front anyway.
No. What? Whoa, Denny's in whose head?
In Denny's head.
Oh, yeah, Denny's in it. Okay. You remember when Junior if Chase loses it, where it? What?
The clown. The clown.
No. Here, you remember when Junior took out Kyle Busch?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Right? You know why he said he did it? Because his fans. If he knew he didn't do it, it was his fans. All right. Hamlin was talking about Kyle Busch or Chase Elliott's fans. So I think Jerry might be onto something. I think there might be some little fender rubbing right there that say, "Hey, don't be talking about my fans."
Don't kid yourself. He has not made there is no way that the 24 and the 48 are going to make it easy for the 11 to pass them or get by him on Sunday. No. He pissed off all of Hendrick Motorsports. That was a big mistake.
Hey, I got a question for Mr. Michael. Where's the Penske car in this whole mess?
Oh, damn. He went there.
Where is everybody says Penske. One Penske car was going to make it. So, getting everybody riled up.
Oh, I told you. Listen, I'm going Larson, guys. I ain't touching Chase. I ain't doing that.
I'll go with Chase. I'm telling you, I will go with Chase.
See, yeah, you're on Redding's wreck list now.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Probably him and John.
Yeah.
If you're racing John Fowler's thing on Thursday next week, you're gonna get wrecked again. You might as well just we might as well just paint a bullseye on the back of your car because you're gonna need it.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into the 2022 podcast outlook. We got one episode left this year for 2021. We're gonna come back. Was one day next week. We'll announce it Sunday.
We are coming back the week. It'll be, don't know what day it'll be, but it's going to be the week coming up to the Clash at the LA Coliseum.
Yep.
Will be the first show of the season next year.
No. It will be sometime in January to recap.
Oh, yeah. Recap testing. Right.
And stuff. Man, I love the sound of the cars.
Mm-hmm.
The sound of the cars. I'm really looking forward to Daytona. If I go to Daytona, I've got some other races. I think I might not go to Daytona this year. I don't know. Warm weather, just of course. Jerry's going to Florida is kind of making me jealous a little bit, but I mean, warm weather in February is not bad, right? Ugh, not bad. But I'm looking forward to getting to see these new next gen cars. I think I hope they're good. I hope they don't turn into a CLT car. That was a disaster.
Hey, they can't. At least they look good.
They do look good. They do look
compared
good.
to a COT. They look good.
They look good. Yes, they look good. CO2 look like trash.
The COT looked like a rolling block on wheels.
Yes, the wing. Yeah. So that's out. We are going weekly and stuff. Yeah, I've got that eyed up too. We are going weekly next week. So, or next year, we are going weekly. Me and Matt's going to sit down, pick a day, and we're going to stick to that day. It's going to be 8 o'clock because I don't get off at 7 every other week. So it will be 8 o'clock every week.
Yep.
And I will be getting these out on where you can listen to them at your work and stuff like that. I think even Facebook has got it where you can add them to your page. So that's pretty cool.
I don't know for sure, but I think it's either going to be a Monday or Tuesday. I'm thinking in the future. I think it's going to
Monday or Tuesdays be fine with me. 8 o'clock. This stuff.
Yep.
I'd say we're going to shoot for Tuesday because if it'll give me a day to prepare, even if it's Monday night, I can prepare Monday night. A lot of work goes into this. A lot of work. I probably spent 3.5-4 hours on getting today's show prep. Getting it all nailed out. With that being said, we are going to be looking to add a short track podcast if I can find the right host. I'm looking for somebody that knows the South racing late model scene 100% better, but we're going to branch out and get us a short track podcast. We're going to have a NASCAR podcast and a short track podcast. I don't want to mix them together because you've got people that talk NASCAR and you got people that talk short track racing. I think we have enough clientele that we can split it up. So that's the plan we're going to do. We're going to split it up. So if I find the right host, that's going to be a plan. If I don't find the right host, then we'll just stick with this one. But, that's the plan. We are going to start branching out. I'm going to start bringing clips to racing and stuff. So I think this short track podcast will really take off with a lot of stuff. Update on the Willie Short Track Tour. I've got a lot of tracks in mind. I'm waiting for schedules to actually drop before I start picking. A lot of them will probably be during the Hell Tour because with me off during the week a lot, I can hit a lot of them tracks. Hell Tour. I'll tell the wife, hey, I'm gone for a week. I'll go to 4 or 5 tracks in that short period of time. I'm not going to put a number on the Short Track Tour. I try to put a number on it. It's just going to be whatever I can get to. If I can get to 15, 20. But the plan with the Short Track Tour is I want to contact the promoters and get the history behind the track and collaborate it down to maybe a 5-10 minute clip. That's the plan with that. To give history and stuff, bring some exposure to the tracks, right?
Yep.
If I can get the promoter to come on to the short track show, perfect, 100%. I'm all for that. If they want to come on a Sunday before I come, 100%. They can, tell everybody out, hey, we got this coming up. That it'd be perfect. That's what I want the short track tour to be about and stuff. If they don't want to come on a show, I'd like to get them interview and trying to go over the racetrack, stuff like that, when it started and stuff like that. That's my plan with that whole deal. So that's still on. But I'm not going to, I said 50 and then I backed it down to 35, but we're not going to put a number on it. If we could hit 50, we hit 50. We hit 20, we hit 20. I'm not going to put a number on it. So that is the outlook. I do want to do a show sometime in January where we bring the tier list back and stuff. The one we did for the playoffs. I want to kind of do basically who do we think, we'll put the list of drivers of, all right, these guys here.
These guys make the round of 16. These guys make the round of 8.
No, we're not going to do that. We'll just put these guys right here make the round of 16. These right here has a great season, a bad season, mediocre, stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
we'll go over the whole field.
We'll go over the whole field. We're going to break down that. We're going to spend a lot of time breaking down each team and what the outlook on team. I think it's going to be really good and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that and stuff. If I can get him on, hey, I'm all for it.
If you could get Chase Elliott on here, I would surrender my seat to John Fowler for the night because I think that would be the most entertaining podcast you ever did see in your life.
Yeah. I did chat with a couple guys when I was at Nashville about getting them on for next year. So that'll be pretty cool to get them guys on and stuff. Of course, we had Cole Williams on. Was it start of the year? I think it was start of the year we had Cole on, and Cole Williams picked up the 100-lap prestigious race down there. One of the hardest races to win is probably the 100-lap at Nashville, and he beat a lot of good cars down there. Of course, he made the one car mad. Cody Coughlin, one my cousin works on, kind of made him mad, chopped his nose a little bit. So there ain't some love lost there. Next big short track race is Snowball Derby. That'll be a pretty good, neat deal. I can't wait to watch that. I had to order it though, so that'll be a pretty neat deal. So we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Hey, you forgot the iRacing. Jeez.
iRacing.
Well, yeah. Your host here.
Oh,
Willie Willie and I started in a league this year.
I started with we started the No Toad Racing League. My computer kept messing up. The Oculus took a crap. That $400 piece of Oculus took a crap, so I could not race no more. I've got it back where I'm running single screen though. Hey.
Yep.
Did a couple test sessions. Michael introduced me to the AI racing. I'm going to tell you something. I've started a season with the Pass North guys. And I've won 2 races, had 2 last lap passes, and my 3rd race I got wrecked by Sammy Smith. Imagine that. So that's pretty neat. Tell us a little bit about a Lanier race.
Lanier, which one was that? Oh, Langley.
Was it Langley? I thought it was Lanier.
Yeah, it was Langley last weekend. Let's see. Driver ran out of talent. I can't remember. I think it was about lap 120. I looped it coming off of 2, went from 3rd to 13th, and no caution. I'm trying to not look at Michael's comment because I'm making me laugh. But
oh, you talking about that one?
Yeah, that one.
I could tell you somebody else that's probably going to go off my bumper when next time I see him. I promise you. He won't know it's coming either.
Anyway, caution came out. We ended up pitting. Got caught a lap down because the pace car just passed me before I got out. And but anyway, managed to work out that I got the wave around. But when I got the wave around, another car slowed down more than I was expecting. I passed him, and the green flag come out before I could get back behind him, and I ended up getting a penalty for passing under yellow, which was a 45-second penalty. So I had to come in under green, serve that, went 2 laps down. Good thing I had Redding as my spotter because he was probably talking me off the ledge most of the rest of the race. Got a few more cautions, got the lucky dog a couple times, got back onto the lead lap. And with 3 laps to go, past third for second, was chasing down the leader and just ran out of time. And
That's pretty
so
good.
we still ended up getting second place.
I
So.
do plan on joining. I don't know how many races I'll get to run, but I will get to run some, but not all of them. I have not forgot about you, John Fowler. And I even will maybe run a Chase Elliott scheme for you, just for your league. So we're gonna jump to best.
So we got good. When it comes to iRacing, your boy's still second in points for the championship. We got 3 races left, so it'll be all good. When it comes to the Mid-South Sports Report League, there's something in the works.
Yep, something in the works.
Something in the works. Might be able to announce it next week. We got to get together with Michael. He's still running that deal, but we got something in the works. And if you guys are on iRacing, you boys can join up and come race with us. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So.
Yeah,
See, now you're
not welcome.
Yeah, you just lost your invite.
Yeah. I've not made my mind up. I got till Sunday. I might need one of y'all to spot for me. I'm thinking about running the All-American 400 on iRacing. 400 laps in a super.
On Sunday? On championship race day? Are you nuts?
No, not this Sunday. It's the following Sunday.
Oh, well.
Thunderstocks. I think it's Thunderstocks on Tuesdays. Pro late models on Thursdays. Friday is qualifying heats, and then Saturday's the race. It's a Saturday show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably one of us two can help you out with it. So
yeah, I need a spotter.
All right, best and worst. You go first this week. Damn, I always go first. You go first.
We'll go with worst of the week first. Worst of the week, got to go with Hack. I mean, Denny Hamlin, man, come on, man. You embarrassed yourself in front of millions. In front of millions of people, you embarrassed yourself. I mean, I understand raw emotion, but you went from talking about it after the race until still continue to talk about it and making a fool of yourself in the press conference. Look, I'd let you slide with the post-race comments because you heed the moment, but when you went and you trash another man's fan base that wasn't even a part of the deal, come on, man. You that's my worst of the week. Best of the week, I'd say best of the week's getting to come back and trick or treat with Little Man. I think it was pretty awesome. Didn't think it was going to happen. Was supposed to help with a race car on Saturday. It got rained out. Yeah. Throw the worst of the week to the weatherman in Nashville when they said, "Oh, the rain will move out by 1 o'clock." It misted the whole day. It never stopped raining till we got to the hotel at 8 o'clock, and it was done raining, but it was so wet. But getting to go trick or treating with Little Man, I hate that I missed the big 300 lapper race. I heard it was pretty good, and the 100 lap race crashed to Cole Williams, so that was pretty awesome. See him. He picked up a new ride for the last 2 races of the year with Willie Allen, probably best equipment in the garage, and he's racing the Snowflake 100, which is probably the most prestigious race in short track pro late model deal is Snowflake, so everybody wants to win that. So that's my best of the week, Matt.
Best of the week probably was just Martinsville in general. It delivered. Really, all 3 series, that track delivered a great race. Thank you, NASCAR, for putting that track as the elimination race to get into the championship 4. Made for some pretty cool, pretty good racing. All 3 series, pretty good racing. Lots of drama. Chocolate Myers likes to say lots of drama. Well, lots of drama. Worst of the week, I'm going to give it to Austin Wayne's self. Dude, John Hunter Nemechek is a championship 4 driver that has won a lot of races and everything like that. You have one win to your resume. I can't count on enough hands, fingers, toes, body, limb parts how many times you've wrecked a truck in your career.
Yep. 100%.
So here's the deal. If you want respect, you have to earn it. And doing what you did does not earn you a lick of respect. And I hate to say it, that was not a good show. You do not hook a guy going into turn 3 at Martinsville. I mean, it's a good thing that these trucks and these safer walls and everything are a lot better than they used to be, because you would have hooked them like that when there was no safer walls and anything like that. John Hunter may not have been racing for a championship this weekend because he couldn't.
Yeah, I agree. John, come on, man. The worst if not the truck race.
Yeah, it just, it was to me, it's just, you know what? They talk about a lack of respect in the garage area and everything like that. And I'm like, dude, you haven't earned my respect as a fan, and how you approached Marty's got a good point. You right reared somebody, you used to get a knuckle sandwich. That was the way it worked. You know what? You don't right rear somebody going into turn 3 at Martinsville. I'm sorry, you don't right rear somebody going into turn 3 at any.
I don't see why NASCAR didn't park him.
I would have.
I don't understand why he didn't park him. And John Hunter probably thought he'd probably get penalized if he did go over there. I mean, John Hunter probably ain't scared to throw down.
No. And you know what? At the end of the day, Austin Wade self showed his true colors.
I didn't even show it, but
and to me, he doesn't deserve to have a truck ride. Period. Next year.
Man, you crazy, John Feller. Ain't no way that's the worst truck race in a while.
It was rough. I give John that. There was a lot of cautions. It was pretty rough and everything like that. But you know what? It was just.
But here's my deal with
you don't rear a championship contender going into turn 3 at Martinsville because you're pissed off that he went in low into the corner and took your line away. Sorry, that ain't okay.
No. John Hunter should have, I didn't see the whole deal, but Austin Wayne self has probably destroyed more trucks. I don't even see how he still got a ride. I mean,
like I said, you don't have enough fingers, toes, limbs, body parts to count how many trucks he's wrecked.
Yeah.
And that's the trucks that he drives. Forget the ones that he's wrecked.
Right. So you've got Truck Series is going to be wild next year. I mean, there's so many new names coming to the Truck Series. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, I have never heard of Lawless Allen. He's going to be driving for Nice Motorsports next year. Clearly John Hunter's the favorite to win next year, coming back for year 2. I mean, Grant Enfinger's going to give him a run for his money. I think Grant probably wins 4 races next year easily. So the racing was pretty good all weekend. Martinsville, I think, bring it to the championship race, to be honest with you. Bring it to the truck race, or bring all the races to the Martinsville. They need to rotate it. They can't just have one race. They rotate it and stuff. If you listen to Dave Moody and agree with him, something wrong with you, man. I used to like the guy, but he wants to bash his callers. But that's just me.
You know what? I get John's point, because at the end of the day, that truck race was rough. It was a rough race. I mean, you know what? The nice part to me, the whole thing is that it provided a little bit of drama, because Zane Smith, ended up winning and had to win to get in and all that other kind of stuff. But listen, we can't do 3 laps and throw the caution every 3 laps. I mean, hell, that's what we do in iRacing.
But here's the deal with caution, though. NASCAR drags the cautions out anyway.
Yeah.
Go back to your short track days when you're at a short track. Run them around. Once the caution comes out, stop them in the backstretch, line them up, and then then tell them when to go again. That's your problem with NASCAR is they want to go 15 laps under caution. You know, there's hardly tracks that do that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember in the driver's meeting, we're going to stop you in turn 2. You're going to line up there, and guess what? You're coming around getting the one to go. You're going green next time back. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know, even on the mile and a halves, line them up right there. I understand you got the choose rule. Martinsville don't need to have the choose rule because you can't get them lined up quick enough.
No, Martinsville. You got to have the choose rule. Have to.
Wow, because
inside lanes preferred.
Well, I can tell you right now, Martin Truex wouldn't have been in the championship if it wasn't for the choose rule. What, he gained 3 rows?
Yep.
He gained 3 rows.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Anyway. So that's it.
Yep,
Time
guys.
to sign off.
Yep, guys, man, appreciate y'all watching. Probably one of the best shows of the year by far.
I got some heartburn though. I got a little bit of heartburn.
Yeah.
I decided for the first time to go into Fowler's race pick pool this week.
Oh, you don't know who you got. You don't know who you got.
I got 2 picks. And Lord have mercy, if I get Logano, you ain't going to get Fowler to stop laughing for probably at least the rest of the weekend, I figure.
Yep.
So, Lord have mercy. God give me William Byron. God give me Kyle Larson, and I'll be happy as hell.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't mind doing that for prizes next year. The qualifying's coming back next year. Can't wait. Can't wait. You know, don't like showing up and racing. It's kind of bad when you go to a short track race and you have like 5 practices, right? You got 5 practices.
Yep.
And Lexa going off in the background. But you got 5 practices.
Oh, Lord.
And you have qualifying and racing. All the NASCAR drivers want to do is show up and race. And, you know, here's the deal with next year. They've already announced. Guess how much practice time they're going to get?
Was it 50 minutes?
20 to 30.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You know what's wrong with 20 to 30?
What?
You get 1 run out of that. You can't come in for 2 runs.
Yeah.
It's impossible to come in and get 2 runs. Only way you come in and get 2 runs, you go 1 lap or 2 laps. You have to come into pit road. You better hook them up on the cool down machine. That takes 9 minutes to cool down and fire it back up to redo the thing. It takes 9 minutes. Then you go out for a second run. You're out of time.
Yeah.
Why even have practice at all?
Who knows? But we'll see if that's for the 2022 show.
Yeah, that's 2022 show.
So yeah. Hey Fowler, I give you a bet I know you can't refuse. If I end up that your stupid pick thing ends up giving me Logano and he wins the race and he wins the picks, you can paint me a Logano scheme to run on one of the cars in your league deal on Thursday nights. And I'll run it the whole season.
Wow. Ouch. You know, Logano led 132 laps last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I have to end up getting Logano, and then I got to win the pool. And if that happens, well, I'll run a.
What number did you get?
I don't know yet. We don't know until after qualifying.
Oh, so y'all just done 20 people and then y'all will give numbers out
25
later?
people, 25 people, and that's a good deal. It's a good deal. So, look, Fowler took the deal. Damn it.
All right. Guys, appreciate y'all watching. It's been fun. See y'all next Monday or Tuesday. We'll sit down and talk about what day we're going to do it next week. But tune in. It's going to be when y'all see Joe, not Joey, but y'all, that's hell not Joey. y'all see Chase Elliott hoisting a trophy, don't be mad at me when I called it.
Oh, damn, he went there.
Yeah, I did. But guys, appreciate y'all watching. See y'all next week.
Yeah, have a good one, guys. See you next week.